What's good, J Money crew? You already know who it is. It's your boy, Ballin' J Money, and I'm back again with another pool video. Today's video, I'm going to give you all a reaction video of another pool session while I was in Florida. If you guys have not checked out my past videos, you can check out my latest video at the end of this video that's related to Florida, or you can check out the playlist that you can find in the description of this video if you're watching this on YouTube. I have a bunch of pool videos there. You can check out my latest ones as of this video, where I talked about many occasions where while I was in Florida, I was playing on different pool tables, playing in different locations. At this time, we're going to be playing in an Airbnb in Tampa, Florida, where it had by far the best pool table that probably I've ever played in while I was in Florida, and probably all time, just other than playing on diamond tables. Of course, diamond tables to me are the best tables in the world, but this specific table was very, very interesting because not only this table was a slate table, but it was located at an Airbnb that I was staying in at the time while I was in Tampa. And that really shocked me because I would never think that a slate pool table would be at an Airbnb. Now, of course, you guys, if you've seen a lot of my past videos while I was in Florida, there was an Airbnb that had a pool table, but it was jacked up and damaged. But this table was perfect. When it came to the condition of the table, it was perfect. It was, of course, a 7-foot table once again, and it had the slate. Now, of course, I will have screenshots of what the table looked like, along as what the kind of slate it was, because I did have the name of the slate brand that they used on this specific pool table. And as far as I know, this was a 7-foot table because a lot of shots were fairly easy for me. The pockets was pretty big, and of course, everything else was regulation size when it came to the cues and the cue ball and the optic balls, as well as the rack. Now, of course, this place did come with those things. I didn't have to bring my own, even though I did have my own cues with me. They did include 2 wooden house cues, the cue ball, the optic ball, and the triangle rack. That's all they had. But for the most part, I really didn't play with their house cues because, of course, I brought my own. So as you guys are watching me, I'm going to give you guys some footage of just the fact that everything that I'm looking at right now is going to be based on the camera angle of how I had it at that moment. Now, keep in mind, there was no place for me to place the camera at the time, so I had to do a little bit of MacGyvering, as I would call it, and try to get a good angle. Now, of course, you're going to see the camera move just slightly a little bit because I was not able to keep the camera stable. However, to me, I think the footage was good enough for you guys to get high quality footage of the sessions here. Now, I didn't get a chance to look too much into what brand this specific pool table was. However, if you guys found the screenshot somewhere in this video, I probably will leave it on this video for a little while until I'm done talking about it. But the slate was a top-notch slate on this specific table. Now, for those of y'all who don't know what slate is, that's the base of the pool table where the balls are rolling on the felt. So you have the felt, then you have the base, and then you have the foundation, and then you got the legs. Of course, the foundation is what keeps the base stable, and the base is where the slate is. So as long as the foundation is strong and the base has a stable ground for the slate, then the felt that goes over the slate base would allow you to have the balls roll perfectly fine. So on this table, I had absolutely no issues whatsoever. It was almost like I was actually playing at a pool hall with this table, even though this was at an Airbnb. Now, if you guys do want to check this out, the Airbnb is still available as of today. And as far as I know, it's going to be on here for a long time because I know this was a top quality Airbnb stay in Tampa, Florida. So I will have a link of the Airbnb location in the description below if you are interested. Of course, the link will only be on my YouTube channel. So what does that mean? That means if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to play on the specific pool table, you have to watch this video on my YouTube channel, and you'll find the link of the Airbnb in the description of the video. That's the only place where I'll have the Airbnb location in place. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you want to try out this pool table like I did, the link to this location will only be on this YouTube video. So if you're watching this on my TikTok, you're watching this on my Instagram, you're watching this on my Facebook, make sure you find my YouTube channel, The Ballin' J Money. Those of y'all who don't know me, I am The Ballin' J Money. It's been my go-to nickname since college, and it has not looked back. It's part of my services. It's part of my content creating. I'm also a certified front-end developer and much more. I also enjoy pool, and pool is one of the biggest things and the biggest part of my niche in my YouTube channel that I create. And I create videos like this for you guys because a lot of my audience likes to look at different places where I play pool besides my home base table. Because I've been using a lot of my content with my Pacific pool table, which all y'all know is the 8-foot Go Sports table. But at the end of the day, I'm giving you guys content at other places. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into the footage. Now, of course, if you guys saw the first round, you guys just saw me shoot random shots, just getting the feel of the table. Now, keep in mind, I was just checking in at the place at the time, and you can see in the background I had a lot of stuff laid on the table because I haven't even finished unpacking anything because this was the first day of check-in. So as soon as I saw the pool table, I immediately got right into grabbing my camera, grabbing my cues, and got right into it. And I put everything else away for the time being. So that's why you see a bunch of stuff in the back in the dining room. But now we're getting into 9-ball, and this 9-ball was very quick because I managed to make a combination with the 9, so that was very interesting. And then after this, I switched to 10-ball, and I believe that's about it. So I give you guys a round of just shooting random shots, a round of 9-ball, and a round of 10-ball. Why I didn't do 8 balls? Because at the time, I just wanted to get the feel of the table and just see if I can give you guys much quicker footage than what I'm used to giving you guys. Because I know if you guys saw my bowling alley video, it was like almost 40 minutes long. And I can tell y'all that I'm going to try not to do that again to where I give you guys videos that are too long. So luckily, I gave you guys 3 rounds within just maybe 12 minutes. So I think 12 minutes is a fair goal when it comes to creating these footages. So I just finished the 9-ball round, as you guys seen the switch of the camera. Now I'm doing a round of 10-ball, which is going to take a little while. But what I will say about this place was I loved the place. Like, not just the pool table was, to me, icing on the cake, but it also had an outside swimming pool, and they had kayaks. So if you somebody that's into kayaking, you can have the opportunity to kayak because there was a river in the back of the house, and you'd be more than welcome to go deeper into the lake, which will lead to well, actually, it's not a lake, it's a river, and then the river leads to a big lake where people go fishing and boating and kayaking and all that good stuff. So we were able to get access to those kayaks. So that's another thing that made this very unique. And then the fact that it was, I think it was a 4-bedroom, and what made this place unique was the garage was a bedroom too. So if you had guests, they would stay in the garage, and of course they had the garage made it look like an actual room. So that means, everything was completely sealed. They had interior air conditioning and all that good stuff. The only thing was they only had just beds and a couple end tables. So it really was just a place like a sleeper for the garage portion. But other than that, it was a really nice place. It had a mini bar there as well. And they had a bunch of cool games besides the pool table. They had board games. They had card games. I don't think they had a dartboard there, but for the most part, they had card games, they had board games, and they had the pool table and then the swimming pool in the back. So this was a very unique place that we went to in Tampa. And of course, the priority goal for us while we were in Tampa was to check out Busch Gardens. If you guys saw my TikTok videos, I did show a few highlights of our visit at Busch Gardens, but that was our main goal when we were in Tampa, was to go to Busch Gardens. But while we were at home at this Airbnb, I try to play as much pool as I can, and I gave you guys some highlights of other footages on my TikTok and YouTube shorts. So I hope you guys check those out as well. But overall, I can tell y'all that this was a great pool table. And as far as I know, it was a 7-footer. It could be an 8-foot table, but from what I remember, I believe it was a 7-footer. But it might be an 8-footer. I'm not able to remember because, of course, this was a little minute ago. But so as we conclude this video was going to be very short compared to my last pool table review video. But this is a great spot in Tampa if you're into going swimming, if you want to go to Busch Gardens, or if you want to play pool at home. This Airbnb is the go-to spot, in my opinion. So make sure you check out the Airbnb location on this YouTube video. If you're watching this on TikTok, Instagram, or my Facebook, make sure you go to my YouTube channel and find this video so you can find the Airbnb location if you're interested in checking out this location, regardless if it's the pool table, the swimming pool, or anything else that place had to offer. But in the meantime, always remember, always strive for greatness, don't waste your talents and skills, and always put God first. So I hope to see you all in my next video because I got a lot more to show y'all. Peace. I'm out.